This was interesting. This was very interesting.
Here comes the dinner.
Yep. Here comes the dinner. David, you're so smart. Okay, so I got a text last week. Really nice text. Hey, we're all going to go have dinner Thursday night. And I was like, huh, really? David wants to have a dinner?
Oh, God.
David, Mr. Order before I get there so I can eat in 10 minutes and be back in my car. And I was like, this is weird. This is some weird shit. And then I started to text back something snarky, and I was like, nope, you know what? I'm going to be positive. I'm going to be like, you know what? Maybe Dave's starting some new businesses. Let me be positive. And I wrote back, great, I'd love to, blah, 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 blah. We go to the dinner. We get there. It's beautiful. Very nice. This motherfucker leaves in the middle of the dinner.
No, wrong.
It's a Team Dobrik meeting.
I left after an hour and 45 minutes, and how I know is because Jason was timing me because he was curious how long it would take for me to leave the dinner.
I took bets. I bet 50 minutes.
And I stayed longer than anybody thought I was going to stay.
No.
Hey, that doesn't mean anything.
What do you mean?
That means we all have a low opinion of you.
No, I genuinely thought you were going to stay for the whole dinner. I thought that you were the one that instigated the conversation about having the dinner, thinking it's such a great idea. We should get the whole team together. We've done some really amazing things. And then you fucking peace.
I was in like, when I started the dinner idea, I was like, I'm in a good mood. And then dinner came around and things just ruined my mood. So I was not there anymore.
What was your thought process?
I don't know. I just wasn't.
Maybe we just kind of like grow up, mature, and like suck it up a little bit.
I did.
David walks up to the table and he was like, Ilya made up some lie. He's like, I got a surprise for
Whoa,
Dave.
whoa!
I got a big surprise for
no
Dave.
Lie.
What fucking?
It
What was
wasn't
the
a
surprise?
lie.
He got me he gave me his fucking ring from Cartier.
And
was my
he
birthday
needed
gift.
to do that during Team
it was
Dobrik
here.
dinner.
It was
Gift
here, and it
in
was like
October?
wrapped.
And he couldn't give it to you after
Jay,
the
it
dinner.
was a special thing.
No, it's bullshit. Natalie,
Deadass?
back me up.
Deadass, I gave my ring.
He gave me the ring.
Dead ass, you could have given it to him. You see him 24 hours a day. You could have given it to him
I needed to
anytime.
give.
Why did it need to happen at that point?
Because the vibes were right.
Because the vibes were
No,
right.
the vibes weren't right because you walked up to the table and you go, come on, guys. What do you want me to say? This is fucking miserable.
And Jay, we're walking away from the restaurant, and like it's all quiet. And he turns to me and goes, "Should I have said that?"
What an idiot.
I felt so bad.
And then you left in the two-seater,
not
and
feel bad.
Joe, that little fucker, he tried to move in on your two-seater and ditch me there like that. And he's like, is there room in the car? And he was like, no, Joe, there's no room. And then Joe and I were stuck there talking about you the entire night, talking about David. Then after you left, then everybody's like, I think David likes the color blue. I think he likes the color blue too.
Wait, what do you mean?
It's just like, it's all the people that you pay to fucking work for you sitting there talking about you and me sitting there like, it was weird. It was like going to like a David Dobrik fan conference or something.
Honestly,
It was a business dinner for your businesses.
can I say that's why I started to hate it?
Yeah, I know that's why.
Like
I'm just giving you shit.
I started to hate it because like I was hearing stories and like people were like sharing stories of their best David moments, and I was like, what the fuck? It felt so weird.
I know what you mean.
Jack was like, do you remember the SeaGeek meeting back in New York?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it was a pretty normal meeting. And Jack was like, David sat on the floor and demanded equity. And I was like, I don't even recall sitting on the floor. Maybe I asked about equity, and it was like this big like, look how crazy David is. And I was just like, this is a weird thing for me to sit on. Like, I'd rather go and you guys can have the discussion on your own. Like, I just didn't want to be there for that. It felt like
I think there was one person that did that. That was like the story you just shared was the only incident that happened.
No, there was a lot.
No, there was a lot of that, bro. That was a lot of it. That's why I left. I was just like, I can't do it anymore. It was literally left and right. I'm telling you. I was there. I know why I left.
It was fine. Like, whatever.
And then I texted I texted Joe. I'm like, be honest with me, because I know Joe's the most honest with me. I'm like, Joe, be honest with me. What are they saying right now? And he's like, surprisingly, you're fine. Surprisingly, no one's pissed.
No, because they all started drinking, and so then I drove Ilya's car home, right? And then David, the one thing you missed, well, you've probably seen it before, but I'd never seen it before. Fucking, we got in the car, and Taylor and Ella and Natalie were in the back seat, and they were drunk, and they put on WAP, and they got really fucking dirty. Like Joe and I were in the front, like, oh my god! Like Joe and I were looking at each other, like, is this happening? Like it was Taylor, like, there's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this. I'm a certified freak. 7 days a week. Bomb ass pussy. I was like, whoa.
Right.
It was something else. That was a fun part of the night. And then Ilya gave you a Cartier ring.
Yeah, he gave me a Cartier
Where
ring.
is it?
So this is what happened. Well, I'll be honest.
Yeah, please.
So we're sitting in the bath. We all go to the bathroom, and I go to Ilya. I'm like, Ilya, I gotta get out of here. And Ilya goes, me too. And I go, thank God. And I go, we gotta come up with an excuse. And he goes, okay, I'll just say I have a surprise for you. And I go, but what if someone dead asses you? And he goes, well, I'll just get you a surprise. I'll get you something. And so we go back to the dinner. And Ilya's like, we have to go. I have a surprise for David.
Yeah,
and
the worst lie. I knew right away. No one believed
No
him.
one believed it. And then Megan goes, dead ass. And Ilya looks at me and I go, yeah, tell her. And he goes, dead ass. And Megan goes, what the fuck? And then we leave. Like, obviously that whole thing happens with me saying miserable and whatever. And then we leave. We're in the car and Ilya's like on the phone with Best Buy, seeing what stores are open. Because he's like, what do you want? I'm like, well, I like TVs. And he's like trying to see where he can buy like the biggest flat screen. And I'm like, dude, you're like thinking too much about it. Like, just go home and surprise me with something random.
Right.
With like something random. Like, I don't care what it is. Like,
Yeah.
if you don't tell me what it is, it's a surprise. And you didn't lie on dead ass.
Right.
I'm like, literally go in there, get a sock, and pull it out and be like, this is my lucky sock.
Right.
And so we get back to the house. It's just me and him. I go to lay down because I'm just not feeling well. So I lay down, and Ilya comes into my room and he goes, all right, close your eyes. And I go, okay. And he goes, here's this. I want you to have this. And it's his ring. It's his Cartier ring that he's had for like 2 years. And I'm like, wow, you want me to have that? And he's like, yeah, it was my surprise for you. And he's like, it's my lucky ring. I'm like, I don't think it's your lucky ring. You've only had it for like 2 years.
I've had it for like 3 years. It was my lucky ring. I wore it like every day.
Yeah, just because you wear it a lot doesn't mean it's your lucky
ring. That's my only ring. So.
That's what it was. And it was just really funny that like now I had this Cartier ring because Ilya was forced to give it to me just so he could leave this party.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Good end of the story.
So now I have a ring. And then we got back, and fucking an hour later, the girls got back, and they brought home a kitten. Someone dropped the cat off at our fucking doorstep.
Yeah.
And it was in a bag, and in the bag there's a clickbait hoodie, the cat, and a makeup bag. It was really fucking scary. And that's it. And the bag and then we took the cat over and we gave it away to one of our friends.
David, Lucas here. It's the octopus teacher. He came in.
We replaced her with the octopus teacher.
It's great to be here, David. I want to let you know that I fell in love with a shark, so I'm doing a lot better now.
The shark, isn't that the thing that killed the octopus?
Yes. Quite a twist of fate there. But, it turned out the shark was actually pretty sexy. And I love him more. So it's a lot of fun. I went to the aquarium in Long Beach and they had the craziest octopus there. And it was so fucking cool after seeing that.
You were like, it was sexy?
Yeah, this thing was
You're like,
hot.
oh, you know what? I get it now.
I got it. Like the tentacles were coming up on the glass and I was like, yo, this thing is magnificent. Let me fuck it.
All right, guys. Well, that's all the time we have for today's podcast. Thank you guys for listening. It's been a Views podcast. Go follow Jason on his stuff. Go follow me. And we'll see you guys soon. My name is Jeff. Bye.